Hi, I'm Adam from EVO, and today I wanted to talk to you about our EVO mixers. You may have asked some questions before about how do I get the sound of my instrument through to headphones, through to monitor outs? How do I get sounds out of different outputs? How do I configure things? And today I'm going to try and simplify and demystify some of those things, from the simple EVO 4 all the way up to the big total system of the SP8s and EVO 16. So we'll start small and we'll get bigger as we go. Beginning with the EVO 4, this is the simplest one to work out because there is no mixer. There is just the EVO control. So the EVO 4 has two microphone inputs with their gain and smart gain, which you'll have seen in the other videos, 48 volt and all that kind of stuff. And we've got either the left and right monitor outputs or the headphone, and you can only use one of those output pairs at one time. That's the way the EVO 4 is designed because it only has two channels of output. They either go out the monitor outputs or the headphone outputs. If you need more than that, then you have to look at the EVO 8 or the EVO 16. So I've installed the EVO drivers from the evo.audio website, and I always recommend that you do that for any of these interfaces. And on Mac, up here, I get a little E. On Windows, it's down at the bottom right, but it's the same little E icon. If I click on that, I get the EVO control. And so if I click on the volume button at the bottom, I can turn up my volume on either the monitors or the headphones. And then above that, I have the mix control. Now, all the way to the left, as I click on the same icon on the EVO control, I click the same icon on the front, all the way to the left is only the inputs. So input 1 and 2 would go to the left and right earphones. If I dial this all the way to the right, I get just the door control or computer sound, and somewhere in between, I get a mix of both. By default on EVO 4, the input 1 and 2 both come out of the center of the headphones or the monitors. If you want to have more of a stereo spread, hold down the input monitoring button and then dial in on the dial, left or right, to separate those out or bring them back in. That's it for the EVO 4. Once you bring it up in something like Pro Tools or Logic or any of the other DAWs, you choose EVO 4, you've got input 1 and 2, output 1 and 2, nice and simple. Now let's move on to the EVO 8, where things get a little more interesting, but also a little bit more flexible. Now we move on to the EVO 8, which has significantly more features, but as a result needs a lot more control, and so we start to see the EVO mixer. The EVO 8 has its 4 microphone inputs, which we can see on the mixer, and it also has 4 monitor outs, which are mirrored on the headphone outputs. So monitor 1 and 2 is mirrored on headphone 1, because that's left and right, and outputs 3 and 4 are mirrored on headphone 2, because that's left and right again, so 2 channels each. By default, the EVO mixer for EVO 8 is set so that the same output comes out of all those channels. So headphone 1 and headphone 2 are the same output, outputs 1 and 2 on the monitors, and outputs 3 and 4 on the monitors are the same by default. So on the EVO mixer, we can see we have volume controls here for output 1 and 2 and output 3 and 4. And then here on the EVO mixer, we can see controls for our 4 microphone inputs. This is for direct monitoring. This is not going through your DAW. This is direct from those microphone or guitar inputs straight through to either the monitors or the headphones respectively. So you're turning those up. That is not the same as the input gain on each channel, which is what does get recorded. That is setting the input level going to your DAW. So I always recommend setting your gain first before setting these levels for what you would hear out of the headphones and out of your monitors. So we have those 4. Then we have what is currently labeled Mac 1 and 2 on the Mac. That would be PC 1 and 2 on PC. That's kind of your default outputs, whether it be from Mac OS or Pro Tools Logic. Then there's 3 and 4, which is separately assignable. On PC, that would come up as a separate audio device in Windows. On Mac, we only see 1 and 2 outside of audio programs like Logic, Pro Tools, Cubase, whatever it is that you use. Now, if you would like to use output 3 and 4 separately with a different mix, that is entirely possible. And to enable that, in the EVO Mixer, we're going to go to Setup and click Enable Artist Mix. And then we can see now that the right-hand side of the EVO Mixer has changed. So the outputs 1 and 2 are now separate from outputs 3 and 4. If I click on output 3 and 4, everything changes in the EVO Mixer. The bar at the top goes from green to orange, and Artist Mix comes up here. So we have a separate volume for outputs 3 and 4 to the volume for 1 and 2. And so if I click on 1 and 2, I could, for instance, have a certain level for different microphones and output 1 and 2 turned up. Now, what I could do, if I wanted a completely different mix going out of outputs 3 and 4, which is relevant for someone like, say, a DJ, or if you're taking this out on tour and you want something like a click track or a backing track to go out of outputs 3 and 4, the way that I would do that is click on outputs 3 and 4, and then I might turn down Mac 1 and 2 completely and turn up Mac 3 and 4. That way, a separate output is being sent from Pro Tools, from Logic, from your DAW to that 3 and 4. That doesn't go straight through to output 3 and 4 because of the way that the EVO Mixer works. But that will go through at 0 latency, and so you can adjust the input levels so you can have that completely different for outputs 3 and 4. And then if I click output 1 and 2, that different mix is entirely separate. There is also loopback at the end here, which can be mixed in appropriately to either of the output pairs. So that's how you set separate outputs for output 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It may be that you want the same output for both. It may be that you want to blend. It may be that you want the levels to be slightly different. This enables you to do that using the Artist Mix. Now let's move on to EVO 16, where it's incredibly powerful. Now we're moving on to the EVO 16, which is by far the most powerful in terms of routing, but also that does mean it has the most setup needed to get things exactly how you like them. I've got mine plugged in right here. I did have it plugged in with the SP8s. My home setup has the full thing, so I need this entire mixer because it really does make the whole thing very powerful. So I again highly recommend downloading the drivers from the evo.audio website. And as soon as you do, you've got the E icon, the same on PC and Mac. When you click that, there is Show Mixer, and that brings up the EVO Mixer, which in the case of the EVO 16, with all things going, is really quite extensive. So let's break it down and make it a little simpler. First things first, let's say you don't want to use the mixer and you just want to send some of the tracks that you have from your DAW straight out of an output with no mixer. It's something that I do quite a lot with chosen outputs. Let's say I've got Pro Tools has something that I want to output on 5 and 6, let's say. For that, I would go to the View menu at the top of the EVO Mixer and go to Show System Panel. So the system panel for the EVO 16 can enable us to do quite a lot of different things. On the left here, you would choose whether your optical inputs are ADAT or SPDIF and things like clocking. That's something that is for another video. But let's say you've got all that set up. We're looking at the routing, which is this main part of the panel here. So these dots here define what your outputs are using. So in my case, 1 and 2 are using the main mix, the master mix in the EVO Mixer. Outputs 3 and 4 are using QA currently because there are 4 Q mixes, A, B, C, and D, which we can define after we've talked about this. And so on, I have Q, B, and C for outputs 5 and 6, 7, and 8. And on the EVO 16, the headphone outputs can have their own output defined. So as you can see here, I've got output 1 and 2 mirroring the main mix so that those headphones show me the same thing without my monitors being turned on. And Q mix D is on my other set of headphones. Now, I said I wanted to change output 5 and 6 to be just through for the DAW. So for output 5 and 6, I would move over to the DAW through connection and click that. It will bring up a warning to tell me that that will be very loud because the volume control that's been available on Q mixes is not available when you're using outputs straight out. Now, this is to be expected. I'm expecting this, so I can click OK. That would be something that's potentially dangerous if you're using, say, output 1 and 2 to your monitors without a monitor control, because that would immediately come out at full scale volume and could be deafening or damaging to your equipment. So be careful with that. But if that's what you want for your outputs, you can select DAW through there. And at the top, we can see different tabs for analog outputs and then digital outputs 1 and 8. And 9 and 16. And so the way that I've been using my pair of SP8s, I've been using those without the Q mixes and with every channel going straight out, using them like kind of patch bays for outboard gear. I've been using the Q mixes for my other outputs so that I can have different mixes going either to different speakers or different outputs for different things like reverb, outboard units, or whatever it is that I've been using on any given day. So that choice is all here in the routing window. Once we're done with that, that can then be closed, and then we can look at the full EVO mixer. Now this is the master mix, and we can see there are lots of channels here, and this defines what we hear on the master output. This does not affect inputs, so this doesn't affect gain, this doesn't affect phantom power, this doesn't affect anything coming in to your DAW like Pro Tools or Logic. So if you're not getting enough level or you're getting too much level from your instruments, that is not this. That is not the EVO mixer. That is to do with your input levels. Now, there is something you can do in the EVO mixer. If I go to View, I can click Show Mic Pre-Controls, and at the bottom here, I can now see gain controls for each input and 48 volt control and switchable instrument inputs on the first two channels. Now, if I was to plug in my SP8s with both optical in and out for each one, they also come up here with their respective gains and phantom power controls, which is a nice feature to have if I don't want to go and reach over to the EVO 16 every time.
At this point, it is worth noting that some DAWs, like Logic for instance, will name the inputs and outputs numerically with no extra information, which is useful for us when using the ID mixer because we can send out of outputs 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and these will correspond to the DAW outputs we see in that mixer. However, some DAWs like Pro Tools and Reaper will name the output channels as expected if using DAW through mode. So you will see names such as Analog 1 and 2, SP Diff 1 and 2. These can be counted numerically to correspond to the ID mixer and EVO mixer's channels on the outputs. Say Analog 1 and 2 would be analogous to DAW 1 and 2. The ADAT 1 and 2 is the 9th and 10th outputs, so that would correspond to DAW 9 and 10.
Now there's a lot going on here, so let's simplify this. If we look at the top right, we can see mic, opt, and DAW with little eyes. So if I click on a couple of those to hide the optical and DAW, now all I'm seeing is my 8 microphone inputs, the analog inputs on the EVO 16. And that defines on the master mix, which is routed however we defined in the setup, so that we hear that with near zero latency, and importantly, without any processing. So if you were using plugins in Pro Tools like compressors, EQs, this will not give you that. This is a direct channel, but the latency that would be incurred by going through Pro Tools or Logic is not a factor here. This is going direct and bypassing all of that. So if you've got something like, in my case, I use a guitar amp modeler, I can use that with its pre-processed sound and directly come through one of the inputs here, which I use at line level. So by default, these come up as mono faders, but you can see here with 5 and 6, I have made these into a stereo pair, where it says mono in between two channels, paired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can click on that, so it goes from mono to stereo, and then becomes one big control. It has phase controls, it has a solo and a mute for this mix specifically. Even muting it here will not stop it from going into your DAW. This is only affecting what you're hearing. And so these levels very much affect how they come through. If we go back to the top right and click on opt, that then shows me the digital channels, that is to say the optical inputs. So I've got all 16 here because I'm running at 48 kilohertz, and I've got 2 ADAT inputs defined in the settings. And then very importantly, if I hide the optical again, we've got the DAW inputs. So this is set so that Mac 1 and 2 is at full volume, and then we've got 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. And these are all separate outputs from a DAW, Pro Tools, Cubase, Logic, whatever it is that you have. So if you're putting output through separate 3 and 4, for example, and you're not hearing it, that will be because you don't have one of these faders turned up. Now, if you're not using DAW through and you want to use the mixers, you might want to have, let's say, output 3 and 4 with a Q mix. Now, a Q mix is something where you can have a completely different set of levels. So you can see here by default on QA, which I have routed to outputs 3 and 4, that Mac 3 and 4 is turned up, but Mac 1 and 2 is down. I could have them both up or both down, however I wanted to do that. I've done things like complicated band rehearsal mixes, for example, where I've had a click track on one fader and a backing track on another, and could then change those and have them both running for each musician on a Q mix and give them the right amount of level per their request. We also have our separate microphone and digital inputs with their own levels. And that's the same on QMix A, B, C, and D. Those can be defined to go to whatever output you choose and to have whatever levels you choose. And again, none of this affects the inputs going to your DAW. This is very much about what you hear in real time. And this can be used with the loopback feature. So what I would do quite often is have one of the Q mixes as a loopback. So QMix D. So if I go to setup, input routing for loopback source, I might have, say, QD as the loopback source, because that way I can have this Q mix with its volume at full, and then I can define that if I'm doing something like live streaming, I can have certain sources and certain inputs at the levels that I need, so that that then goes through to a loopback straight to a broadcast software like OBS, and is entirely independent from what I'm hearing live. So if I've got something like a Skype caller coming in, that can be sent appropriately. If I'm talking and I want to hear it in my headphones, but I don't want that to double up, that's how we would resolve that. Talking of that, let's say you've got a microphone that you're talking into, and that's on one of these faders. If you're also bringing that up as monitoring in your DAW, say Pro Tools, Logic, and that's got monitoring on, you will hear that audio twice, once unprocessed and then once through the DAW. So then just choose which one is appropriate for you and mute the other one. And that will give you exactly the setup you need using the EVO Mixer. So there we have it, some really powerful ways to use the EVO mixers on 4, 8 and 16. We always recommend getting the EVO drivers, the latest version from the evo.audio website. If new features come up, we will let you know in videos. Thanks everybody for watching. If you've got any suggestions or questions, please leave them in the comments down below, and we will see you in the next video.